going on, everyone, and welcome back to another NeoVintage Plays. My name is Steve, and today we have My Hero One's Justice 2. Just dropped about a week ago. Good timing, because with the world collapsing around us, I would like to have some escapism. So why not be able to jump into one of my favorite animes recently? Really good game. People think it's actually kind of average. I think it's actually really good. Mechanically, graphically, so just wanted to give you guys a little gameplay for the people who haven't seen much what's going on here. My first thing is, I don't know if you guys can hear it as well as I can, the theme song to the main menu right here. Just listen to it for a second. It's just so good. It's spot on. I don't know if it's just me that really enjoys that. So it is more or less an anime fighter via the spirit of like the older Dragon Ball games, or maybe the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series, where it's really getting comparison to. And this anime kind of gets a lot of comparison in general. I'm not really sure why it really stands out. But it's a solid fighter. I always consider it an anime game. I know it is basically a fighting game, but this is not going to go to Evo. This is not going to be covered by like Maximilian. He's not going to be breaking these down, because it more or less is more a fun brawler than anything. I come to play this for fun, not competitively, even though I do jump on like online a little bit, but it's more just to kind of see crazy costumes and stuff like that. So the solid menu, the presentation of the game, I gotta give 100% props to. The super manga superhero comic book style works so well. They cleaned up a lot of the edges. It's not as like dark and bold as the first one did. So really running through the menu quickly. Again, each tab has its own character, which gives the game a lot of flavor and a lot of identity because of such a big cast that the show has. So I am going to try to avoid mentioning any spoilers, specific spoilers anyway, because this does cover up to almost where the anime is right now, and if you've been reading and watching, you'll be fine. So gallery, again, not much in there. This is really just their videos, the graphics, the music, and stuff like that. The customization section, I'll just jump in so you guys can see. It's probably as close as you can get, as it'll be hard for one day for them to do like a creature character thing. Most anime games can't get that right. I mean, Dragon Ball's just getting it right now in Xenoverse. So you can make them look pretty ridiculous, unlock different pieces to get different customized outfits. Now it's all cosmetic. They don't have any bonus features or anything like that. Change the different belts and stuff like that. So it's really the customization. Again, I feel like this is one of those franchises that doesn't need a creative character because of the way the quirks work and the powers work. You can get pretty ridiculous. As Todoroki, you have them dressed wild for no reason. I got Bakugo in this the red outfit. I just really think it worked well with his attitude. And then you get to do that for each character, and you get to save a couple of them as presets. So that's really just the customization in this game. Besides that, you have your preset save files that you can have for each character, and of course your custom profile, which is pretty much a staple in every fighting game, where you get a symbol, plate, and a frame. So that's really just the customization as where it goes. It's enhanced a little bit from the first game. Nothing crazy advanced. It's the more characters they add, obviously they add those pieces because they have the data and the file for them. So besides that, you have your basic training mode where you go into practice. Not gonna really jump in to show you there. Arcade mode, which is a traditional anime style. It's a little bit more like the Dragon Ball games, where you kind of have routes and choose different like difficulties. Network is for your online and your ranked battle. There's another mode that's coming in a later update, so maybe one day I'll go back and kind of show that mode if it's worthwhile. Your free battle, which is obviously just your multiplayer or split, you're going against the CPU. Mission mode, I kind of was hoping for something more engaging. I'm not really sure what. I don't know if I was thinking maybe like specific win conditions and stuff like that. So it's really kind of just going by the agency thing, which works in the anime, which is they go become disciples in an agency. So when you go to dispatch, I haven't jumped too much into this mode because I'm really trying to do the story mode and playing a network actually, because I'm trying to get actually a lot of trophies. So if you ever played Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, this should look familiar to you with the way that checkpoint almost board game style works, and that's really what it is. You go follow the routes, and then you just kind of battle. Now I haven't seen one with like crazy. Some get like kind of difficult. You do use one health bar, so you're gonna have to want to like really manage it right. But of course, like you have little Sunday over here, fully restores your HP. So, but you gotta track it right. So if you go the wrong way, then you get different stuff. So I'm not gonna jump in there because battle-wise, it's the same. I just wanted to show you guys what that is. It's really just that. It's how many fights you can do without losing all your health, or how many fights you can do in a certain amounts. And then again, their statuses and your members and your money and your scouts, pretty much just character select for your mission mode and who's in your agency. So there's that. But besides that, besides the free battle mission, most people are gonna probably first jump into the story mode, where I spend a lot of time kind of just going through it because I'm such a fan of the anime. I've seen it. I'm actually reading way ahead in the manga and stuff like that. Spoiler alert, if you're gonna play this game, make sure you know the storyline, because it's kind of a recap from, I think, almost a little bit between season 3 and 4. So what's cool about it is you do get to play the main right here, because it ends with, I get, you know, if you're looking at this, spoiler for that ending where All Might loses his full power, and it's kind of really going on. So, you know, it's where he's always skinny, and then on. So it goes through that to all the way pretty much to the end of, not the end, but like where season 4 is about in the March time, because it is March right now. So I don't want to let too much of those thumbnails show you off. You have your bonus options there, so it is cool though. Once you do that, you do unlock the villain side, which some of these are in the anime, some of them are like deleted scenes, they're in the manga, and sometimes they're originally created for the game to kind of give background story and alternate scenes and what were certain characters that you didn't notice before. And that's really what this is, and I do enjoy the way the story's told. So this one doesn't have any gameplay, this one's just story, so I just want to show you that before I do some fights for you guys. So it's all done in that comic book style, which makes sense if you've watched the show, that superheroes at a certain point get so much merch, and in general, it being coming from a manga works. So these are screenshots from the anime, all voice acted, only in Japanese though. They didn't do the dub, which doesn't bother me. Some people may have an issue with it. So this is what it really is. Again, all screenshots, comic book, manga style, and that's really how the stories play out. So it's recapping most of this stuff. That's all you're going to find in story mode. I'm not going to jump into a fight there. I'm actually just going to go to free battle to really show you guys, just so you can see some of the flashy style. So, I think he tries to punch me, floats through. Yeah. Again, little touches like that just fit so well with this game because it has so much lore, so much fan base stuff. It really works. I'm going to go to CPU 4. I'll do infinite time. The time really doesn't matter. And I'll leave the sidekicks enabled. They actually just work as assists. It's not a 3v3 via like Marvel vs. Capcom or like every other Arc System game. So here's the full roster as of right now without any DLC. You do get the pre-order, which if you pre-order, you just get 2 early unlocks. But besides that, the roster is pretty much doubled in size, which is really impressive. It went from about 23 characters to right now it's at 41. With 5 coming, there is a season pass. I don't know if they're going to do multiple seasons like the other hardcore fighting games do. But a lot of these asked for characters. I had a friend who wanted, they wanted him in here, Mineta. He really wanted him in here. I didn't think how he would really fit, and nevertheless, he's there. Muscular, who I think may have been also DLC in the first one. I'm not sure, remember if he was there. But you have Gang Orca now added in here. A couple of the students, more villains, various forms. You know, they try to really like keep it not Dragon Ball Z, where you get Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, 3 Blue. You do have 3 versions of Midoriya, but you have his shoot style. You have his regular strength style. You don't really have a form for that, and there was trailers, so this is not super spoiler. I'm not gonna say how he gets full cowling, but Midoriya in his full cowling mode. So that does only take 3 spots, but the cast is variety enough and like has enough juice where I don't think that really kills it. Same with Chisaki, or spoiler again because I'm gonna go to his other icon here. You have him in his second version. If you've seen the anime, you know why he's like that. and he has crazy combos, and I hate fighting him. And then Tamura, Shigaraki also has his two versions, his earlier and his later version. Besides that, everyone else is in there. And again, just take the little notice and like the little things they do. Like every time you highlight their icon, like they get expressive and stuff like that. I think that's cool. So enough of me talking. Let's jump into some of the gameplay. So we'll do, and we'll go as Nine-Eye as well. We'll go random for the enemies. I usually do that just so you can see. So the gameplay again is super kind of simple. You have your normal attack, a jump, and then your two quirk buttons and a block. And then if you use your block and a quirk when you have enough special pop the bar, you do your plus ultra, which is your ultimate move, your final move. And so because I chose those three who have a relationship, you get to have the option to do an ultimate move. I forgot what they called it. Your full ultra. And so, or fighting Fat Gum. Actually, you don't fight Fat Gum too much. Actually, I don't see him online at all. And I think there's only a few story missions. So he's attempting to hit me with his special already. He missed because Midoriya in his shoot style, he's all over the place. Sometimes he is dashing back and forth between the front of the enemy and the back of the enemy, which works for you, but also works against you because some of his ultimates will, if you're against the wall, just fall flat. There we go. I'm glad they took the chance and made this a 3D fighter. In the day and age where fighting games are starting to all really revert to that same style, like no shade thrown at any company that does it, but that just flat 2D style, I just don't think it. My Hero works in that aspect because it is so flashy, explosive, and fast. Oh, so Fat Gum. Oh, he missed me with his ultimate as well, so I'm okay with that. So he didn't. I would like to show you guys that, but I'll try to hit at least one of my ultimates. If Gang Orca doesn't destroy me here. Alright. So I usually forget to use the assist because I just don't really focus on them. So I have Night-Eye come out and hit him. Dang. Orca really grabs you, really stuns you up. Again, the game is really simple and easy to pick up. Like, there are some techniques that you want to really practice. The attacks, the blocking, and the shield breaks. So that is something that occurs a lot in the game, is the supers will miss easily. Sometimes just the littlest punch will throw the super off its course and you won't see it, which does suck. I wish it was a little bit more strategic to be able to use it, and sometimes when you think it's gonna land, it won't. And if it's a combo one, sometimes it won't. Get your ranking, you get your money to buy some of those costume pieces I showed you guys earlier. So we'll go to character select, try to pick up a different group, and I completely forgot to hit him with any sort of special. So I'll do that next. You probably will choose Bakugo and his guys, just because they do an ultimate. So we'll go Bakugo, and boom, boom, boom. So they usually as well, I think, have their team up. And then I'll give, I think you choose Chisaki, double. I think they may have one as well. The stages are pretty, my thing with My Hero is a lot of the stages aren't super iconic because it's all really city-based and like school-based. So you have it, the urban district, night, alleyways. You do have the UA arena, which is a little bit more iconic. The license exam, the labyrinth, and like the school and the seeker bases at night. So they don't, they don't have those super iconic places like where Dragon Ball Z has like cell games and all that kind of stuff. But they're getting there. The anime, you gotta remember, is still fairly early on. See, super just accurate to who they are with each other and to themselves. So I guess Chisaki and them don't have the combo that I thought they may have. But I do, so that's all really matters. Now, Bakugo I like to play as just because I do enjoy his character. But because his moves are all just blast, I feel like he's limited in certain ways. Until he starts to like use them in a different format. Like triangle is legit just that, and then your other quirk button is just an uppercut pretty much in the fire boom. But that is who Bakugo is, so it kind of makes sense. And he gets aggressive, that's why he does the grab move as well. He's actually pretty good. I don't think you even fight Shigaraki. At least in the story mode I didn't, and I know online not many people have played as him. So I want to try to get a good combo in. Of course the assist that I always, for some reason, forget to call the assist out. Also, if you're a trophy hunter, the game's not too difficult to platinum. It does have a less grindy platinum than most fighting games. It does seem to be a pretty achievable platinum, just with some time. The hardest one maybe is like getting 30 online battles, but you don't have to win, you just have to do 30 fights. Alright, so I'm close to getting my 3rd plus ultra, which I do want to show you guys, because it's not something a lot of people actually don't, you know, the game teaches you it's in there, but when you choose specific characters together, it just works a little bit better. And they get to, it's more flashy, it's more cinematic, which is something that I guess I wish the main like story mode had. The game does play very basic in that aspect. Alright, I'll try to get him with it. Well, he got me with his, I think. So you get to see at least Shigaraki's. So he uses level 1, which doesn't cut away to a cinematic. I don't know if I'll be able to catch them. So when they do this kind of flashy cinematic, it's because they are a unit. There we go. I'll just let you guys just take that in. Super accurate to the show if you know some of these Easter eggs. Just super solid. I love this game. I will admit, I love this game. I know I'm kind of fanboying over because I'm such a fan of the show and everything about it. But the presentation, the style, the plus ultra when you get that as your finisher. I just don't see how, if you're a fan of this show at all, you gotta love this game because it's really catered to us. I mean, I know this one just dropped, but I think number 3, if they do a 3rd one, is just gonna really hit it home with just a few more features, just to kind of really get you addicted to playing. So we'll do one more quick battle just to finish it off here because such a great cast. I want to just show a little bit of everyone off if I could. So let's see. We will go Igarashi. I think they should do one. And then let's go All Might, Night Eye, and Eraserhead. So League of Villains Hideout. I believe him and Muscular were the only DLC characters for the first My Hero paid, because I think you could get Midoriya's shoot style for free though. Let me tell you guys, I know All Might's supposed to be like the superpower god. He is crazy good. His combos are actually really, really decent and like beyond decent. I'm underselling it there. So let's see if I can. I believe also there's a nice mix of some of the close combat and more of the distance, because your Yarashi is a little bit more projectile with his wind, whereas All Might's all about being close up, and the other Midoriya has a little bit more of the flicks and punches that close in the gaps. Oof, he broke through it. So the combat is very simple. I know that the main attack button, besides your 2 quirk buttons, which, well, I'm playing on PlayStation, so triangle and circle, But your main attack, if you just push it, you have your one attack. Moving in the directional pad will put you into almost like a invincibility state for a second to do a different ability. But it's usually whoever lands that first. If he does one, I do one. And there are some unblockable attacks. Of course, All Might with his just giant amount of combos. Always. He's pretty much copied and pasted from #1, which makes sense for such, you know, All Might being the so powerful #1 hero. Alright, so I don't know if I can land it because I don't remember if All Might was moving. So, of course, that's one kind of thing. Even though I was doing my ultimate, it's never secured. Even though I thought it was going to land, All Might was able to literally punch through. And not just because he's All Might. It does happen just because of the way the game's designed that way. Oh, he actually beat me this round. Oh, and then he grabbed me. Wow, okay. Alright, so, well, I mean, I did best of 3 anyway, so let's see if we can get through the final round. Try to focus more, though. The diehard fighting community, I understand why won't they pick this up. You know, there is no, and in a sense, the game's more about the fun and recreating some of the moments from the anime than it is trying to do for a bunch of combos and competitive. I can see why this would never be, you know, not yet anyway. Oh, jeez. That pile drive just gets me. Maybe my team can finish him off. All Might always with the powers. Oh jeez, he can't even. Barely landed. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, he's in an invincible state though, so it's not gonna land the way I wanted to. But it was pretty close. So I still got my plus ultra. Alright, again, the effects drawn nice, graphics are nice. I like it all really just fits the way the anime is supposed to really be and feel. The characters have their personality, the roster's there, the fighting is fun. Oh man, only a B. I can't believe you gave me so much problems. So guys, that's kind of just my really quick recap and thoughts on the My Hero sequel, My Hero One's Justice 2. Available now on everything. I got it on PlayStation. I heard the Switch ports is actually pretty well. I believe it's probably on PC as well. The game is good. If you're a fan of the series at all, I feel like this game is for you. You're going to enjoy the moments, the recreation, the characters, the personality. If you're only looking for some fighting, depending on how technical and how hardcore you're trying to get, the game is fun in its fighting aspects, but it is a little random, a little chaotic, a little bit more brawler than one would think via a Tekken, a Street Fighter, a Smash Brothers. Those games just are kind of different. I like to put this in its own category. Think of it more like the Narutos, the Dragon Balls, you know, all those fighting games. That's where this game's really going to live. I think it's actually superior to some of the Naruto games and some of the Dragon Ball games, and I enjoy those animes, so I can kind of compare them apples to apples. This game just has a style and a passion. It's like they're kind of proud to make this game. There are fans who made this game. That's where it really shows. So there it is, guys. My Heroes One's Justice 2. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.